Good evening. This side Rahul Magan here is a Group Chief Executive Officer, Treasury Consulting, and also a venture capitalist. As we speak, Treasury Consulting Group is a multinational headquartered group based out India, Singapore, and Hong Kong. More importantly, we do have offices in 3 parts of the globe, and as we speak, we are 100% profitable concern. We own our own proprietary hedge fund. Now, proprietary means that we trade our own capital. So we don't trade third party capital. So whosoever, we only take positions on our capital, no third party capital. Apart from that, we have our learnings platform like Sheetal Academy. We have many platforms like our news desk, our news app is coming, and many more products. In case you wish to have any information, you can WhatsApp on my personal number, which is +91 9899 242 978. Alternatively, you can WhatsApp on our back office, which is +91 9818 485 155. Prediction is the most difficult and tedious thing we have in the world of finance. There is hardly any doubt about that. And the people who predict, they are always subject to criticism. That is also a fact. In 2018, when I came in public domain and said that the SoftBank is playing valuation game, many people on the social media criticize us, especially on our YouTube channel. And today, in 2021, Zomato, Devyani International, Barbecue Nation, one more is approved, which is MobiKwik. Many are in the line, which is Oyo, Paytm, Ola, Flipkart, and the list is very long. I'm sure that Indian investor would definitely invest in these IPOs, and the private equity and the venture capitalists will quit. And the ultimate winner would be the private equity and the venture capitalist, and of course the promoters of these companies, who would make several million or maybe billions of dollars, while the retail investor would be happy to have 5, 6, 7% of gain on the share price. And at the end, we all knew that these loss-making companies will not survive. Because if even after inception and having billions of dollars of funding, they not survived, then how would they survive with just few hundred crores of IPOs? It's a common sense. It's a highly common sense. In June 2021, you can check on YouTube and you check on our short videos. We came in public domain and said that there is a big fixing. I don't use the word scandal, rather I use the word fixing, going in the United States Central Bank Federal Reserve. As usual, I was criticized. In October 2021, which is precisely 3 to 4 months from our prediction, US media himself acknowledged that yes, there is a big scandal has had happened in Federal Reserve. Now, before I take the name of the people who involved in this scandal, we first need to understand that the Federal Reserve creditworthiness is not tainted first time. It is tainted since 2006. Now you think, yeah, but you are saying how 2006 came into the picture? A whistleblower, it's all on Google, you can check. I know that people have no habit of reading, that is why they do not know, but if you have a habit of reading, you can see yourself. A whistleblower came in public domain and said that the LIBOR, which used to be under the control of BBA, British Banking Association, is getting fixed now, which means that few rather panel banks, they were fixing the LIBOR as per their own requirement. So example, one day you win, another day you win, third day you win, fourth day you win. Now, no one trusted on him, and you know how it happens. In 2008, when the Lehman crashed, it was shown in a movie, Margin Call. I think you can check on Amazon Prime. It is on Amazon Prime, Margin Call. That how Lehman crashed. After Lehman crashed, the voices again resurfaced that the LIBOR is fixed, and now the world is on the verge of LIBOR transition. So what I wanted to convey, from 2006 till 2021, which means world took more than 15 years to clarify that LIBOR is fixed. Anything happened? No. The bank who used to fix the LIBOR, they paid just few millions of fines. They made billions, paid just few millions of fines, and they quit it. Basically, they got the legal certificate, let it be honest, and now they are enjoying the life. Only one banker got the jail, and that too because of insider trading. Rest all are enjoying. And almost every top US bank was involved in the LIBOR scandal. There is hardly any doubt about that. In fact, many European banks were also involved in that scandal. Federal Reserve image got tainted in 2006 when the whistleblower came in public domain, and Federal Reserve ignored it, outrightly ignored that. There is a movie called Big Shots. It is, I think, on Netflix or Amazon. You check yourself, either of that. In this movie, there is a scene of pool party. Now, there is a lady who used to work at Security and Exchange Commission. He is talking to a gentleman who is also attending the pool party that I wanted to be in your bank. The gentleman is asking, currently you are working in an agency who is supervising us and you wanted to be in our bank. I will not repeat what the lady said, you see yourself. The movie called Big Shots, it is on Amazon Prime or Netflix, check with yourself. Now, the biggest mistake which is happening in the world of finance is we are trusting those institutions, those who are already corrupted and deep-rooted corrupted. So example, Securities and Exchange Commission, United States. What do you think that since 2006, when the LIBOR was getting fixed by the panel banks, the SEC was not aware of? SEC was not aware that US banks were building trillions of positions on credit derivatives or mortgage derivatives, and they were not aware about that. Were the credit rating agencies not aware that what the hell is happening in the books of the US banks? Were they not aware? They were aware about everything, but everyone was quiet. Now let's take an example of the three people whose name came in public domain. Number one is the Dallas Federal President, Mr. Robert. Number two is the Boston Federal President, Mr. Eric. Number three is the Federal Vice Chair, Richard Clardia. And you would be surprised to know, out of three, two decided to go ahead with early retirement. It is the same Federal Reserve people tracked and they move gold and silver. And the federal presidents are taking their personal positions. So it is just like you are sitting at a regulatory body and what you say can move the market. Before you say what moved the market, you took your personal position. So you are bound to gain because you are the part of the regulatory. You have the complete information. Now, the biggest and the important thing is that I think on 27th September, the first time it got surfaced on the Google that there is a scandal in the Federal Reserve. Somewhere 8th October, many articles came in public domain about the federal scandal. And today by 11th October, the federal scandal is out of radar as far as three channels are concerned. I watch Bloomberg TV, I watch Fox Business, and I watch CNN. I have not seen any one of them basically emphasized on the Federal Reserve trading scandal. At least Bloomberg, I can say, because I watch Bloomberg more than 10 hours in a day. And I haven't seen that Bloomberg emphasized on this scandal. They just forget it. This is the power of media in 2021. When they were criticizing the Donald Trump, they were before Donald Trump. And now they are asked to, surfaced or cover up the Fed trading scandal, and they did that. It also raises a very important question: who all were involved in this scandal? Mr. Powell is the head of Federal Reserve, and I doubt he is not aware that what is going on. He simplistically said that in his testimony before the Congress, that before the Senate, that he wasn't aware about what the federal presidents are doing. That is clearly impossible. That is clearly impossible. To conclude the long story, and more detailed coverage is coming on this scandal as soon as we get more data. We are living in the times when we are being guided by the institutions, those who themselves are corrupt. Federal Reserve control the global markets. Their words can move gold and silver. Since 2021, I have seen, or I am noticing, a consistency in the words of Mr. Powell. Irrespective that the Delta variant is growing, the medical advisor to the White House, Mr. Fauci, is warning again and again that US not done as yet. More than 2,500 people are dying every day. Hospitals do not have proper rationing. There is a lot of mess which is happening. Non-firm payroll in this week estimated 500K and got less than 50% of that. But Mr. Powell, when you listen him, either FOMC, Federal Open Market Committee, or you listen via a testimony, you feel like nothing is wrong. The more important stupidity, which I'm not covering in detail, I'm planning a detailed video because I'm collating some data which I have not as yet. Even US don't have the money. If the debt ceiling is not raised, by the way, temporarily debt ceiling is raised till December to the tune of $480 billion. US don't have the money. And the Treasury Secretary Janet Yellen made a live statement. I have a screenshot of that statement which state that if the debt limit is not raised, there are credit issues with United States. It means you cannot pay your earlier debt without raising a new debt. Have you seen that the Treasury Secretary, US President Biden, is making similar kind of statements, and the credit rating agencies, Standard & Poor, Moody's, and Fitch, they are ideal and not cutting the credit rating of US. So it is like a bankrupt businessman is coming to a bank and saying, if you do not renew my credit limit, I will default. Now, what does that mean? It means that if you renew his credit limit, he take the additional loan and pay the earlier one. It means he is solvent. So guys, in 2021, we are living when the Federal Reserve himself in a scandal, when the US don't have the money, the credit rating agencies are watching like pimps, and they are waiting the default to happen, and then they will alert the investors. By the way, in the last 4 years, which means from 2018 to 2021, United States increased the debt from 21 trillion to 29 trillion, which means around 8 trillion. 8 trillion worth of debt is raised only in 3 years, from 2018 till 2021, and 2 years belongs to Joe Biden. And the more interesting thing is that the debt ceiling is raised temporarily as a stopgap arrangement till December, somehow 480 billion. So if in 3 years you accumulated 8 trillion, so how long this 480 billion works? Just think about that. Next time when you have Powell live on the TV, Janet Yellen live on the TV, Joe Biden live on the TV, just think about that and you would get to know what I'm talking about. Guys, I have no fear in saying that we all led by those regulators, those who themselves morally corrupt. We are led by politicians, those who themselves morally corrupt. But unfortunately, as a blind person, we are following them. And since we are following them, we are losing our hard-earned money. We all knew that United States is under a deep crisis. They don't have money, around 30 trillion of debt, huge implied, huge imputed liabilities, unknown, corona, 2,500 people are dying, less jobs. Irrespective, we are tracking United States because the credit rating agencies like Gandhi ji ke teen mandar. Do not listen, do not see. This is United States of 2021. This is Rahul from Treasury Consulting Group. You know my personal number, +91 9899 242 978. Thank you.